Good morning and welcome. Good morning and welcome to the Gem of the Valley Gala, Stories of Resilience. My name is Lance Beck. I have the privilege to serve as President and CEO of the Greater Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce. I would like to begin by thanking our elected officials joining us in the audience today, as well as our veterans, both past and active duty military service members. Additionally, thank you to all of our first responders in our community that work to keep us safe and healthy. Please allow me to begin by acknowledging a few of our amazing chamber partners this morning. Our investor partner, Modern Electric Water Company. Our visionary partners, Alliant Employee Benefits, BII, BNSF Railways, Multicare Valley Hospital, Providence Healthcare, Spokane International Airport, STCU, Waste Management, and Walmart. Additionally, thank you to our corporate level partners shown here. And of course, our community partners, the City of Liberty Lake and the City of Spokane Valley. I'm also thrilled to welcome our Valley Chamber members joining us today on both the webinar and the Facebook Live broadcast. This program is being live streamed on the Chamber's Facebook page. I encourage everyone to take a moment either during or after the event to check out our page, leave a congratulatory comment on the live feed of this event, and be sure to smash that like button while you're there too. Now that this shameless social media plug is complete, allow me to start today's program by acknowledging our event sponsors. Our diamond sponsor for today's program is Modern Electric Water Company. We at the Chamber are so grateful for Modern Electric Water Company's support. As you may know, the Chamber recently relocated our office to the heart of the valley at Sprague University. This beautiful new location was made possible due to the generous investment by Modern Electric and subsequent offering of this space. Their continued investment in the Chamber and our work in economic development here in our Greater Valley continues to propel the Chamber and our community forward. While we are putting the finishing touches on our new space, we look forward to welcoming our membership to our grand opening celebration on our 100th birthday, this May 25th. Keep an eye out for more details on that exciting event to come. With us today, we have Joe Morgan, General Manager of Modern Electric Water Company. Joe, I welcome you to unmute your mic.
Good morning. Modern Electric Water Company is honored once again to be the diamond sponsor of the Valley Chamber Gala, and we look forward to sponsoring many more in the future. Our only hope is that this is the last virtual gala. People ask me from time to time why Modern is such a big supporter of the Spokane Valley Chamber. And the real answer is it comes down to what is our mission and values, and how do they align with supporting the Chamber? Our value statement states that Modern Electric Water Company is a values-driven, results-focused electric and water utility whose core values are safety, honesty, integrity, and genuine concern for those we serve and the community we live in. By supporting the Valley Chamber, we feel that creating a partnership with an organization that is supporting businesses and creating economic development in the Valley, which in turn creates jobs and improves the quality of life, not just for our customers, but for all of those that work, play, worship, and live in the Spokane Valley. Today's gala is a prime example as to why we support the Valley Chamber. This event is about bringing businesses together, which would, under normal circumstances, create an opportunity for networking, socializing, creating relationships, and recognizing each other's achievements. Well, the networking and socializing are going to be tough in this virtual environment. So today we'll focus on recognizing achievements. And next year we'll get back to networking and socializing. We hope you enjoy the 18th annual gala today. We ask that you stay safe, stay healthy, and continue to support local businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you again to Modern support on so many levels for the Chamber. We certainly would not be in the position we are without your guys' investment and dedication to our organization. Next, we have our Sapphire sponsor, WM. With us today is Tammy Yeager, Senior Manager and current Valley Chamber Board Chair. Tammy, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Lance, and good morning. WM is a proud visionary member of the Greater Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce and sponsored this gala showcasing the stories of business resilience. WM drivers are on the front line protecting the health and safety of our customers every day. And COVID has touched every aspect of our business, from customers to the communities to the employee operating procedures. As an essential service, WM continued to operate as much of the country paused, taking on logistical challenges of adapting operations to a new working environment. When many businesses closed, we rerouted our commercial trucks to residential routes where waste and recyclables substantially increased at the curb. This has been no small task. We never took our attention off our primary focus of people and safety, and we adjusted to the changes in service and market conditions. WM strives to make municipalities we serve resilient and sustainable, better places to work and live today and in the future. That is why Waste Management is a sponsor of the gala celebrating your stories of resilience. When WM faces difficult times, we respond and work to recover and become stronger than before. This is what the gala is celebrating. I'm in awe of the work accomplished in 2020 by the Valley Chamber staff led by Lance Beck, CEO and President, to facilitate getting financial assistance from our municipal partners into the hands of our membership to stay solvent and begin the road to recovery. I'm also in awe of the partnerships created to make this happen across municipal and organizational boundaries. This region has unprecedented collaboration to overcome the challenges of COVID. WM joins you in celebrating today and finding the silver lining in collaboration as we pick up speed on the road to recovery. Enjoy the day and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Tammy, for both WM support and for your dedication this year as the Valley Chamber Board Chair, keeping business moving for the Chamber in this challenging time. Up next today is our Emerald sponsor, Horizon Credit Union. Today we are joined by Kathleen Schilb, Community Engagement Manager. Kathleen, the mic is yours.
Good morning. We are so happy to join you guys today to celebrate and recognize resiliency and innovation in Spokane Valley. Horizon Credit Union is proud to be a sponsor of this event and to be a member of the Chamber. And I just have to say, kudos to the Chamber team for providing spectacular leadership and resources to members throughout the pandemic. I think it's fair to say that the resiliency and innovation demonstrated by Chamber members has been greatly enhanced by the impressive work that the Chamber team does. Thank you very, very much. As many of you know, Horizon Credit Union has been headquartered in Spokane Valley since 1947. We've stayed especially busy this past year. Just prior to the pandemic, we announced our largest merger to date with Icon Credit Union. This merger added 9 branches in Southern Idaho and Eastern Oregon. We're excited to now serve over 100,000 members in 28 branches in 4 states, Washington, Idaho, Montana, and also Oregon. At Horizon Credit Union, we are actively involved in community outreach. We definitely embrace the credit union philosophy of people helping people. So instead of maintaining or decreasing our charitable giving in 2020, we chose to increase it by 25%. Funds were primarily given to our community partners who are serving members of our community who deal with food insecurity and also elderly adults. So many people have struggled financially through this pandemic. As a result of that, in 2020, we increased the amount of financial education resources that we offer to members and also to non-members. Our financial training ground has totally free financial education resources for kids and for adults and even for businesses, including downloadable worksheets and presentations for teachers and parents. Check it out at hccu.org. All right, I think it's time to get this show on the road. I cannot wait to hear all of the stories and to celebrate your great endeavors. Cheers to your innovation and resiliency. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kathleen, and thank you to Horizon Credit Union Kathleen is a former chamber executive director out at the West Plains, and your partnership with us, you sending members our way, connecting individuals. I can't thank you enough for your passion for what is chamber and making sure we keep people connected in this realm. So thank you again. Lastly, I would like to introduce and thank Quinn, our media sponsor. Joining us today is Bonnie Quinn. Bonnie?
Thank you, Lance. Good morning. My name is Bonnie Quinn, and I am second generation of Quinn. My father started this agency in 1969, making it the oldest agency in the Inland Northwest. We say everything we do is driven by strategy. There are 3 areas of expertise, including strategy, creative, and media, both digital and traditional. Few agencies have the type of expertise in both digital and traditional as Quinn. While we're located in the historic Garland district, many of our clients are in the Spokane Valley, such as Gus Johnson Ford, Ryan Built Homes, formerly Viking Homes, Huckleberry's Natural Market and Rose Hours, Noodle Express and Mustard Seed, Spokane Home Builders, and Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, who just moved to the Valley and joined the board. So I'm very proud that I have been a Valley Chamber board member for quite a few years now, but I'm never as proud as this year in 2020. Like many chambers, the chamber stepped up and did the hard work of accessing the funding that kept many businesses alive. But more importantly, we launched an aggressive branding campaign in full support of local and regional businesses. In that, the Valley Chamber truly became the region's champion of local businesses, which are the backbone to not just a healthy economy, but also nonprofits and community as a whole. I want to thank you for allowing Quinn to play an important role in the campaign, and congratulations to the Valley Chamber leadership for redefining our chamber as the Chamber of Commerce and a true champion of local businesses.
Thank you, Bonnie, and thank you for all the efforts over the past year with the chamber rebranding for our own brand and for the work of bringing that brand to life to promote small business in our area. I can't thank you enough for your passion and dedication to small business and keeping us charging down that path. Each year, the Valley Chamber of Commerce celebrates awards with businesses and nonprofits and individuals with a lifetime's worth of achievement during the Gem of the Valley Gala. 2020 was different though. Businesses across all industries struggled with new restrictions, the difficult decisions of reducing their staffing, changing their operations to deal with the never-ending uncertainty that the pandemic would throw at them. For some, even a Herculean effort or a well-calculated pivot would prove not enough to overcome the invisible obstacle floating around us. The pandemic has left its footprints on all of our lives and the lives of our friends and neighbors. Despite it all, we are energized as we see stories of resilience throughout our community. We see examples of businesses' adjustments to find a path forward. The Valley Chamber made our own adjustments. We drove partnerships in place of competitiveness. We succeeded in advocating and administering programs with much needed stabilizing grant funding, amounting to over $24 million in aid to businesses through the city of Spokane Valley and Spokane County. We shifted how we would facilitate events and the types of services that we would offer. This year's Gem of the Valley Gala is a great example of these changes. Rather than honoring a few outstanding businesses this year, our goal is to celebrate the resiliency of many businesses. We know every business is likely to have its own story of perseverance, and unfortunately, we can't highlight them all. However, we hope that today's event can shine a light on the optimism of tomorrow as we look forward to the lessened restrictions, distributed vaccines, and what's next on the path forward. Joining me now to kick off our first set of stories of resilience is my friend and Valley Chamber board member, Brooke Baker of Baker Construction and Development. Brooke, I'd like to ask you to unmute now.
Awesome. Lance, can you hear me?
We can. Let's get video on for you.
Awesome. Let's see here. It's saying I cannot start my video.
Well, give me a second. We can fix that.
I'm fine to just be the mysterious woman behind the black screen though.
How about now? Try it now. There we go.
And we are live, Spokane Valley. Good morning, everybody. Like Lance said, I'm Brooke Baker-Spink, Director of Business Development here at Baker Construction, and I'm a proud Valley Chamber board member and a true Valley girl. I have the great honor today of sharing a few stories of resilience and innovation from our business community. The first story of resilience that we're going to share with you guys this morning is about Sir Speedy Printing. Towards the end of 2020, Sir Speedy Printing had lost 70% of its business. Owner, Troy Parker, knew that it was time to make some drastic changes. Although they needed to help themselves, they reached out to their customers and they asked how they could be helped. Soon enough, as businesses began to open back up, Sir Speedy was printing free social distancing banners, signs, and floor graphics, and they helped get those customers opened back up and ready for business. As the months continued, they offered free or reduced pricing on single-use menus to restaurants, provided sanitary supplies, and offered contactless and curbside pickup. This was also a really good time for them to develop a new inside sales approach to call and email on new customers. In just 3 short months, they were able to take their 70% loss down to 45%. Today, business is still down, but they're holding strong, staying positive, and continuing to focus on their customers. So great job to Sir Speedy. Our next story of resilience is Embrace Washington. I love those guys. It's no surprise that our nonprofit community faced an enormous uphill battle this year. While demand for those services increased, development efforts and fundraising decreased. Embrace Washington continued to work hard to serve families and youth in the foster care system throughout the pandemic. Unfortunately, while many families were locked inside their homes, this created an aggressive uptick in child abuse and neglect, and it's far too underreported. Embrace collaborated with other like-minded organizations to address those challenges and take a focus on virtual education for foster kids. They provided educational technology so that their students could still have access to teachers, online resources, and some sense of normalcy. While focusing on education, they also continued to provide financial assistance to foster families until steady employment could be secured. These are just a few examples of Embrace Washington's resiliency and their pursuit of supporting the foster care community, one child at a time. Our next story of resilience comes from Horizon Credit Union. They're just an awesome team with amazing core values. During the crisis, Horizon Credit Union had 3 major priorities: take care of their employees, take care of their members, and positively impact the communities they serve. To take care of their employees, they made sure to create protection measures in their branches and help create a good flow for working remote. They employed physical distancing in their admin offices while taking delicate care of their customers. To take care of their members, they offered critical loan modification and extension options, short-term loan offerings, and PPP loans. Lastly, to take care of the community, they donated toilet paper and hand sanitizer, continued to support local food banks, supported local hero groups and businesses, and they continued to promote nonprofits and volunteer opportunities. For Horizon Credit Union, their focus stemmed from their core values: capability, optimism, responsibility, and empathy. Way to go, Horizon. Our next story of resilience highlights Girl Scouts of Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho. Brian Newberry and his team are incredible, and we're so lucky for their leadership. Before the pandemic, Girl Scouts of Eastern Washington and Northern Idaho had ordered 800,000 cookies. It was their biggest order ever. When the shutdown came, they had to rework their sales and distribution plans. So as phase 2 hit, the Girl Scouts and volunteers jumped into action and created a safe way for us to get our Samoa kick: drive-thrus. The Girl Scouts donated 34,000 boxes of cookies to our military and healthcare workers, and they even sewed masks. They gave back the best way that they could, and they make our community a better place. Way to go, Girl Scouts. Our next story of resilience features Mainstream Electric. Many of us quickly realized the shortcomings in our home electrical and plumbing as we were locked down last spring. At the beginning of the pandemic, Mainstream Electric Heating and Cooling and Plumbing had just relocated to Spokane Valley and was deemed an essential business. Owners, Elaine and Todd Damshin, always dreamt of starting a not-for-profit, and thus Miracles from Mainstream was born. Miracles from Mainstream's mission is to provide comfort through water heaters, furnaces, air conditioning, or electrical equipment to those in need. We do this through partnerships with governmental agencies and nonprofits. Let's fast forward to today. Mainstream's staff has grown from 30 to 60 team members. The team at Mainstream demonstrated a true commitment to community. Good job, Mainstream. Our next story of resilience features the Hub Sports Center. Although group gatherings were put on hold, the Hub team was still fast at work. Go Phil. The Hub Sports Center mission is to provide events resulting in a positive impact on youth and the community. During the shutdown, the team got nimble and created fun activities for kids and their families, like online scavenger hunts, PE at home programs, virtual runs and walks, and so much more. The Hub also partnered with local schools to assist in in-student education programs, such as business to school reading, project-based STEM classes, and after-school enrichment programs. The Hub Sports Center consistently sought different ways to fulfill its purpose by providing positive events for our region. Let's continue to support them and wish them a brighter and more active 2021. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you, Brooke, for joining us and for emceeing. I had to twist only a little bit of her arm to jump on, and you did a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you for your dedication on the board and being just an inspiration and fire to keep us moving forward. It is now my honor to introduce our next award, and it's our Citizen of the Year award. With us today, Ben Small, past Citizen of the Year. I will turn it over to Ben to introduce this award.
Thank you very much, Lance. It is my honor to introduce this year's 2020 Harry E. Nelson Citizen of the Year. The Citizen of the Year award has been named after Harry E. Nelson because of his passion for the Spokane Valley and his commitment to the business community. In 1921, Harry E. Nelson joined with others to establish the Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce. Each year, the Greater Spokane Valley Chamber recognizes one outstanding citizen with the same commitment to community as Harry E. Nelson. This is an individual who epitomizes the pinnacle of leadership, servitude, and a collaborative spirit. In a unique process, the nominee is chosen by the past recipients of the Citizen of the Year award. This year, the outstanding individual is none other than Barry Baker. Barry, I know of nobody who deserves this award more than you. I also remember when it was told to me that I would be recognized as a Citizen of the Year. A wave of thankfulness and gratitude for a community came over me, but also this notion of great responsibility. Great responsibility to carry on and live that legacy of Harry E. Nelson. With that responsibility, when I looked at past award winners, I was in awe. And I would like to recognize our past Citizen of the Year award winners. Julie Prafke, Bill Goffman, Norma Ventris, Dick Denneny, Peggy Deering, Joe Custer, Marty Hollenbeck, Chuck Stocker, Max Spalding, Frank Tomberry, Diana Wilhite, Chuck Hafner, Mike DeVleming, Ian Robertson, Jim Frank, and Steve Peterson. When you see your name amongst these tremendous leaders in our community, it is absolutely humbling. And Barry, I am so, so proud that we have added your name to that list. Harry E. Nelson said, "Those with a keen insight into the future know that the day is near at hand in which Spokane Valley will be so productive of wealth and so filled with homes that it will be one of the richest districts in the entire Northwest." Barry, your commitment to Spokane Valley, your commitment to your community goes a long way toward making Harry E. Nelson's vision a reality. I'm pleased to introduce Barry Baker, and we have a video with some of his friends, talking about why Barry is deserving of this award.
There's only one person we call when we need something, and it's Barry Baker. He's there for us, whether it's a community thing, whether it's a family challenge, or whether it's business. There's no one better than Barry Baker.
I think my dad deserves this award because he's humble. There are so many things that he does in the community behind the scenes that people don't even see. And so for him to be labeled as the community connector, I don't think that there's anybody that represents that better. He's selfless and he just wants what's best for the community, and he breathes that into his work every day. He breathes it into his family. He breathes it into his projects, and he is the epitome of a connector.
You know, I can't think of a better guy. I enjoy being with him, but he's dedicated to really making a difference in the community that we all serve together.
Barry's the glue of Spokane Valley, I think. He is somebody who connects, who can move in every different environment.
He doesn't have to hide his conversations. He's authentic, he's real. And the projects he's done throughout Spokane are just extremely impressive, high quality, and he's always there to serve. He doesn't create friendships to grow his business. He grows friendships and it creates his business.
When you get the Barry Baker stamp of credibility, there's not a hill that we can't climb, and it's always Barry leading us up the way.
I get this sense about Barry that he absolutely knows and can disagree with you and still care about you. That you don't have to have the same opinion as him, but he'll listen and makes you feel like you're valued for your opinions as well. But it doesn't mean he has to change his, and I've just always appreciated that.
There's multiple reasons. You won't find a better person and a more genuine person, and a person that cares more about businesses. And you know, this is all about the chamber. And Barry single-handedly, I shouldn't say him and a small group of people brought the chamber back to where it is today.
There was a whole myriad of really cool people that banded together, and Barry was the ringleader. And he was the guy that brought the energy to the table when things looked really, really tough, and said, we can do this. And not only we can do this, we need to do this for the business community of the Spokane Valley. And that's awesome. And that's Barry Baker to a T. And he did it with a smile, he did it with a laugh, but he did it with his heart and his soul. And today we're in such a great place because of all that work. And for that, thank you, Barry.
Dad, insanely proud of you on behalf of the entire company. Way to go. Thank you for representing us. Thank you for always having our back and leading us time and time again. We love you and we're so proud of you.
You're the only guy I know we can call for anything we need. I'm so proud of you. You deserve this, and you have made the Spokane Valley a special place, and you're deserving of this incredible honor. We love you, my friend.
Barry Baker, you so deserve this award. I believe that I'm honored to know you. I'm honored to have worked with you, and Central Valley School District, the Spokane Valley, and myself are better because of you and your leadership. Congratulations.
Barry, I hope you know that this community is grateful to you. This community loves you, and congratulations on being Citizen of the Year. Barry E. Nelson, Citizen of the Year, Mr. Barry Baker.
Do you want to drag your word talk over?
Thanks, Ben, for those kind words, and thank you all for the wonderful comments. Usually you don't get to hear, I guess you don't get to hear comments like that because most of them were at your funeral and they're giving your eulogy. But I just want to say that I am so very, very honored and so humbled to receive this honor, and I have so many to thank. First of all, I'd like to thank God for all that he has given me. I'd like to thank my wife, Sherry, for her support, and my kids, Emily, Brooke, Lauren, Drew, Bubba, and Bailey, who've always been there for me. my business partners, and all my staff at Baker Construction. But Ben, thank you, and I'm honored to be in the presence of you and the past recipients of this award. Ben has done an amazing job leading Central Valley School District through this incredibly difficult COVID year. And Ben was telling me the story about the kids finally getting back into the classroom and the teachers getting into the classroom, and about the mother that had to go downstairs and talk to her son and said, "Son, you've got to get up and go to school today." And the son said, "I don't want to go to school. I hate school. The kids hate me. The teachers hate me. Why should I have to go to school?" And the mom said, "Well, son, because you're 42 years old and you're the principal." I hope some of you are laughing, and I'm sure some of you are groaning. But that is me. I am so very proud of the Greater Spokane Valley Chamber and how far it has come. Thank you, Lance, for your leadership. Thank you for your staff. Thank you to the current and past members of the board of directors. And most of all, thank you to all the businesses that continue to support the chamber and its mission. I've lived in Spokane now almost 50 years. And things are good. Things are good in Spokane Valley, and things are good at the chamber. But there was time when things were bleak, and it reminds me of my friend, the snake. And my snake is this friend of mine, the snake is very rich now. But I remember him when he didn't have a pit to hiss in. And that is very much the chamber today. We are good, but things were not always good. On the plaque that I received, it says Community Connector. That's very much the story of my time with the chamber. And when we needed help, we called on our friends. That is who we are as a chamber. We pulled a group together and said, if not us, then who? If not now, then when? We recruited some of the great business leaders of our valley. Some people that we recruited volunteered, and some were voluntold. And there are so many people to thank. John Garisco, Ben Small, Jeff Adams, Greg Rapetti, Denny York, Jeff Phillips, Joe Frank, Paul Reed, Doug Yost, Gordon Hester, Lee Cameron, Kevin Person, Dave Thompson, and some of the companies, STCU, Horizon Credit Union, Greenstone, Itron, STCU, Washington Trust Bank, and the Miraboo Hotel. And special thanks to Modern Electric, Joe Morgan, and their board, Chuck Tays, Sam Waldron, and Scott Hislop. When times were their bleakest, Modern Electric stepped up and forwarded and paid 3 years in advance on their dues to help us out of a very deep and difficult time. So thank you to Modern Electric. And there's people that I wasn't able to recognize, and I apologize if I missed you, but it comes from my heart that I thank you. They say a community is known by the school it keeps. And we have some amazing schools, and we have some amazing leaders. We got the support, and we supported East Valley School District with Kelly Shea, West Valley with Jean Cementi, Freeman with Randy Russell, and Central Valley with Ben Small. So thank you very much to our schools. We also have got the support of the cities of Liberty Lake, Mayor Steve Peterson, City of Spokane Valley, Mayor Rod Higgins, and their city councils. One other person I'd like to recognize is Catherine Morgan. We hired Catherine to be our president and CEO, and she jumped at the chance, and she was full of energy, proclaiming we are going to be known as the best city in America. And my friends, we are. We are not Spokane. We are the Greater Spokane Valley. We are special. Great things cannot be achieved without people helping people. And Ben Franklin said, if we do not hang together, we shall all hang separately. We've been through a very, very difficult year with COVID. And I'd like to share the story of a man that was so depressed that he decided to end it all. So he took his car into his garage and he taped up all the windows and the doors to seal it tight. And it was going to be over for him. And he got in his car and he started it up, leaned his seat back, turned the radio on, and slowly went to sleep. His friends hadn't seen him for about 3 days, so they called for a wellness check. And the police saw him laying in his car and broke the door down. And they were able to revive him. They gave him some water and he came to, luckily. And the only permanent damage was the battery was dead in his Tesla. So with that, I will leave you. I challenge you today to help each other in your school, in your church, in your home, in your marriage, in your company, in our community. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I assure you, our future is so bright, we need sunglasses. Thank you again.
Barry, thank you so much for your dedication to our valley. I'm right there with you. I'll put the shades on. Our future is definitely bright. I can honestly say, if it wasn't for your work, I wouldn't be sitting here today. And so that is a true statement, and the stories go beyond the credit that has even been bestowed. We are indebted to you for gathering our group in a way to coalesce as a community to save our organization of the Chamber, to drive our work forward with the efforts moving us into tomorrow and this path forward. And I am somebody who can't stand the statement of a new normal. It's not a new normal. We've yet to see what life will be, and that's because it is going to be that much better. I think we have stemmed this tide, and we're going to move forward here. So thank you. Congratulations from our team, our current team, our past team members. I encourage everybody to take a moment, jump on the Chamber's Facebook page, jump on that live stream, throw a congratulations out there to Barry. Stop by, drop off a note at Baker Construction's offices. I love seeing the plaque in the background. You and Ben both live Chamber daily, and in your conversations, and just can't thank you enough, and a heartfelt congratulations. So again, thank you. At this point, we're going to transition back to another round of our stories of resilience. Joining me now is Regional Business Manager for Avista, Melanie Rose. Melanie will guide us through our next set of stories of resilience. So let us get Melanie on right now.
All right.
There we go. We got you.
I was out in virtual world. Lance, can you hear me?
We can. You're loud and clear.
Can you see me?
We can.
Okay. Well, I can't see me, but that's okay. Hey, congratulations, Barry. I was laughing at your jokes, just as if we were in person. So I can't imagine anyone more worthy of receiving that award. So congratulations. And good morning, Greater Spokane Valley. As Lance said, I'm Melanie Rose, Regional Business Manager with Avista, and I'm also a proud Valley Chamber board member. Today, I have the honor of finishing what Brooke started, sharing more stories of resilience from our business and nonprofit community, beginning with Greater Spokane County Meals on Wheels, serving over 2,500 clients across Spokane Valley. When the pandemic hit, food insecurity among seniors increased dramatically since access to food banks meant risking exposure to COVID-19. In addition to meals, volunteers delivered personal items like toilet paper, shelf staple foods, and emergency food kits. Greater Spokane County Meals on Wheels created a no-contact delivery system and supplies masks, hand sanitizer, and wipes. No matter what COVID threw at them in 2020, they never missed a meal or a toilet paper delivery, which is a good thing. Instead, they doubled the number of deliveries they make, now averaging about 27,000 per month. Nothing but cakes. It's no secret that the pandemic hit small businesses hard, and especially those in our food and beverage industry. In mid-March, Nothing But Cakes saw their sales drop, and they did not know if they could remain open. Owner Anna Marie notified her employees that their hours would be cut, even though they were deemed an essential business. They followed all the CDC and state protocols, guidelines, and mandates. Even though they had limited staff, they incorporated curbside pickup for the bakery and no contact delivery. These changes helped spur business, and they were eventually able to bring back every single one of their employees. Nothing But Cakes shared their good fortune by delivering those tasty treats to frontline workers, and they look forward to bringing continued joy through their delicious cakes. Our next story of resilience is the Wishing Star Foundation. 19 wishes had to be canceled in 2020 due to the pandemic and flight restrictions. This led to the Wishing Star Foundation pivoting to providing PPE, medical equipment, food, gas, and lodging to support these medically fragile children and their families. They did this by using grants and donations that continued to come in throughout 2020. Wishing Star also took 2 of their annual live fundraising events online. Although they did not raise their usual amounts, they were able to capture new donors who offered incredibly generous in-kind donations. They're now working on granting 32 wishes, with 35 more ready to fulfill. Our next story of resilience features the Providence Urgent Care team, working in what perhaps is the industry most impacted by the pandemic. The Spokane Valley Providence Medical Park Urgent Care team has been a frontline medical provider for our community throughout this pandemic. They donned PPE and overcame many obstacles while performing the Providence Promise. Know me, care for me, ease my way. During the COVID surge, this team went from the largest decline in patient volumes to the largest increase. They did this all while being severely short-staffed and undergoing dramatic administrative and staffing changes. They also had to overcome limited PPE, provider and staff burnout, extra shifts, and the ever-changing staffing challenges. Some of the significant initiatives the Providence Urgent Care team set up were a community assistance program, including nurse visits, methods to conserve PPE, the elimination of waiting rooms, and a new phone triage plan. They also added drive-through COVID testing in the parking lot, staffed by employees working extra hours. Glucose Revival. Glucose Revival serves people living with diabetes. In the US, this is one of the fastest growing and most expensive diseases to live with. Low blood sugar is the most common emergency for diabetics, with stress being one of the worst triggers. Working from a fundamental belief that healthcare worker safety is what will lead us back, Glucose Revival gave away $70,000 worth of their Thrive glucose necklaces to diabetic healthcare workers. These necklaces provide a wearable blood sugar solution. Through this donation, emergencies were prevented and diabetic healthcare workers were able to perform their jobs with peace of mind. And our final story of resilience features Keysec Credit Union. Throughout the pandemic, Keysec Credit Union responded to their members' financial hardships by providing no or low interest loans, adding up to almost $700,000, processing about $25 million in the Paycheck Protection Program, and deferring over $400 million in loan balance amounts. In March and April, they made donations to alleviate hunger throughout the state, including a donation to Second Harvest in Spokane. Additionally, their branches passed out over $20,000 in grocery gift cards to members in need, and they sent thank you notes and gift cards to healthcare workers and grocery store employees. Keysec Credit Union's total spring 2020 pandemic response giving added up to over $100,000. Wow. How lucky are all we to live and work in such an awesome, generous, and resilient community. Thank you, everybody, and congratulations. And now back to Lance.
Thank you, Melanie, and thank you to all of our Valley Chamber members who submitted their stories of resilience. We are so honored to bring these stories to you today and hope that they give you confidence and optimism that we will come out the other side of this pandemic as strong as ever. At this time, we would like to shift our program and acknowledge our Educators of the Year. Education has always been a topic the Valley Chamber takes very seriously. We are blessed to have a community with great schools and well-run school districts. Our partnership between our schools and business community has certainly helped grow our economy. Today, we carry on the tradition of honoring each district's Educator of the Year at our Gem of the Valley Gala. A special shout out goes to Central Valley School District's team for assisting with the production on these upcoming videos. Each district has prepared a video to introduce and honor their outstanding Educator of the Year. First up, we have Central Valley School District.
Hello, I'm Ben Small, and I have the distinct privilege of being the superintendent of Central Valley School District. I'm here at Central Valley High School to present the 2021 Central Valley Educator of the Year to Eric Flodine. Although he has only been a teacher at Central Valley High School for a couple of years, you would never know it based on the strength of his relationships with students and staff. Eric has a reputation of being both inspirational and incredibly supportive of his students. On any given day, you can find his students dropping eggs, shooting rockets, or using Hot Wheel tracks to not only launch items, but to also launch the spark of inquisitiveness and enthusiasm in his students by making learning approachable and applicable to everyday life. As if that's not enough to see at school, Eric's students were conducting similar experiments at home, impressing their parents with terms like velocity, speed, and laws of gravity. His classes have seen increased enrollment, and students are excited to learn from him, both as a teacher and as an actual engineer. Eric challenges his students to solve their own problems and continually questions their own thinking, exploring their inquiries side by side. He goes the extra mile to pique curiosity and ensure they truly understand the concepts, beyond just passing a test. Outside of the classroom, he's always willing to volunteer, be a coach or advisor, support CV initiatives, and participate in outside activities. Eric volunteered as head referee for Spokane Valley Tech's annual VEX Robotics Tournament, taking personal time and energy to certify and complete online training, as well as versed rule follower. He acted as a liaison with other volunteers and demonstrated leadership to guide the volunteers and make the student experience so much more positive with his graciousness and professionalism. Thank you, Eric, for representing Central Valley School District so well in your efforts to inspire and empower our students. You are CVSD.
So you got like force 1 times its distance to the axis of rotation. My name is Eric Flodine. I teach general physics, AP physics, as well as engineering physics. I'm constantly walking around the classroom. I just want to be close to my students and interact with them and just have proximity with them. And I think that just comes through. I oftentimes, if I have tables, I'll sit right next to them in a stool, or I'll get down on my knees, or I'm literally on their same level. That's why we like doing labs, right? Yeah.
He's always walking around, checking in on how we're doing. He's really good at helping us out when we're struggling. Just really good at teaching.
He knows how to talk to kids, and that is really great because I think it just, helps the learning.
Total master. And I also try to make high school for my students what I didn't have sometimes. I mean, that's part of me being a teacher, is that I want to have fun here every day, and so I have maybe a soft spot for some of those students I see maybe not having the best experience, and so I just want to come alongside those students and maybe improve their experience, make their experience something different than what I had. Complete the first set and you're happy with it, go ahead and just mix it up and try one more scenario just to kind of get it down. And I just want to open up their eyes to the physics that's around them. I tell them I'm going to try to ruin you. Literally, I want you somewhere looking at throwing a football or something going, darn it, Flodine, like I'm thinking about the physics and the kinematic equations or the projectile motion. And so, or when they're driving their cars, I do a lesson on the difference between all season tires and summer tires and that sort of stuff, where I want them just to have an appreciation and understanding for just how forces and how the world works, because we interact with physics every day, all day, nonstop. Maybe just the precision of inches. So yeah, that's you're doing it with like 11/16.
He's always been really good at getting the students engaged and really being able to apply what we're learning to the real world. That's the fun part about physics, and Flodine does a really good job at teaching it, so we can actually see how the material is used.
Congratulations, Eric Flodine. We are so proud to have you as a part of our Bear family. You have made an incredible difference to the students, staff, and community at our school. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Eric. We are so proud of you and so appreciative of all the work you do for our students here at Central Valley High School. It is amazing to see how applicable you make science and how much you have grown our physics program in the few years that you have been here. Thanks for all you do.
5.67. Okay, I love sharing my life experiences with students to hopefully they can get to what they're passionate about in their life as a career. And that should be what you can gain from this to get to balance. I've had lots of support, and it also comes from the students too. Just terrific students in this district. And it's been a process, and it doesn't happen. It happens with support and teachers and admin allowing me to experiment, because I'm always experimenting and trying new things with my students. And so I just have to thank everybody that's been involved, because it's taken a lot of grace on their part and giving me kind of some distance to try some new things. So I just thank everybody that's been a part of getting me to where I'm at. It should be pretty balanced. So was this the one you're leaving alone, right? It is a really significant part of my life. Because it's what drives me. It's what keeps me on the straight and narrow and wanting to be better. And without it, I was a little lost. So, like I said, teaching's a huge part of my life, because these kids really are my family.
Congratulations to Eric Flodine and Central Valley High School staff there again on your tremendous award this year. Our next award is for East Valley School District.
Good morning. First of all, I want to thank the Greater Spokane Valley Chamber of Commerce for recognizing today's Teacher Award winners. You're not only celebrating the contributions and achievements of these 4 individuals, but you're also validating the hard work and dedication of all the Valley educators who serve more than 20,000 Valley students. So on behalf of Kyle, Ben, Randy, and myself, thank you for your kind and generous support. Have you ever judged a potato? This is just one activity students and the future farmers of America at East Valley High School get to participate in, along with a host of others. These opportunities would not be possible for our students if it were not for the effort, dedication, and resilience of Miss Leah Lucero, East Valley's 2021 Teacher of the Year. 6 years ago, when I arrived in East Valley, I was a bit surprised that we did not have an FFA program, and I was shocked that there wasn't any history of East Valley ever having an FFA program. So the question became, how do we start one? The answer, Leah Lucero. Leah joined the East Valley School District in 1997 as a special education teacher. And after teaching at Otis Orchards Elementary and East Valley Junior High her first year, she joined the staff at Mountain View Junior High, where she taught special education for 3 years before moving to East Valley High School in 2001. It was in 2018 when Leah took the bull by the horns and started an agricultural program for our district. It is not easy to start a new program from scratch, but Leah did. Her determination to give students this opportunity went above and beyond, and to pull it off, it takes a person who is truly passionate and genuine about what she wants to do. Leah is this kind of person. But this isn't Leah's first rodeo. Bringing FFA to East Valley isn't the first significant program she helped create for our district. In 2006, Leah was instrumental in implementing the STAR program, Successful Transition to Adult Responsibility. This program is for our 18 to 21-year-old special education students with the intent of helping them learn to become as independent as possible, providing students the experience to budget, shop, cook, and to participate in job internships, make connections with the community, and to navigate transportation systems around Spokane is what the STAR program is all about. And it was Leah who was the key player in receiving a March of Dimes grant, which led to STA buses coming out to East Valley. It takes very special people to make very special programs for kids. Leah is one of these very special people. So I am deeply honored to introduce you to Miss Leah Lucero, East Valley School District's 2021 Teacher of the Year.
My name's Leah Lucero, and I teach agriculture classes and resource classes at East Valley High School. My parents were both educators, and my dad was my teacher in high school, so I didn't get away with a whole lot, although I was pretty quiet and did my work, and student athlete involved in FFA and my horse. I would say that my parents did teach, shared with me kind of their philosophy, and I've taken that with me, as you're going to treat every student, teach every student the way you would want your own child to be taught. So I think I've gone through my career doing that. At this moment in the school year, it's when I get to be in the greenhouse and being hands-on with kids and letting them explore things that they've never done before, and hearing the kids say, I could just stay here all day. So we've planted seeds, vegetables and flowers, and they're learning about just the proper depth of planting and how to lightly cover seeds. They're doing cuttings. My colleague in the science department is teaching them how to do cuttings off of geraniums, so I have one student doing cuttings. And then we just ordered the live plants that were delivered yesterday, so they are transplanting the plants.
Miss Lucero's class is one of my favorite, if not my favorite class to come to. Mrs. Lucero makes the classroom fun and entertaining, and she makes me want to come back every day to learn more about agriculture, and she really just makes it a warm environment for everyone to learn and have fun.
My name is Matt Stevens. I'm the principal at East Valley High School, and it's a real pleasure to be able to talk about one of our teachers here, Leah Lucero. Leah's been in the district about 24 years and here at the high school for her 19th year. She started our ag program here in the FFA club for kids, which has really taken off. They've already won awards and involved in fairs and judging contests and developing young students into future professionals. And I think that that's one of the things that makes her so special, is just the humility that she approaches her own profession, her own work, and her willingness to put kids first and to do what they need to do to be successful and to feel good about school. We're pleased to have Leah Lucero working with us at East Valley High School.
A big part of what I do too is teaching kids how to get jobs and be a successful part of a community and contributing in their world and in our world and in their life and finding that worth. If a kid smiled and they felt like they were successful in any way, I felt like I did something that day.
Congratulations to Leah Lucero and East Valley High School. Next up, we have Freeman School District.
Hello, I'm Randy Russell, Superintendent of the Freeman School District. Very excited to be honoring our Teacher of the Year, Amy Heinen. Amy started her career in 1983 and has been in the Freeman School District for 20 years serving our students. She's basically covered everything from kindergarten all the way to working with students with high needs. She's caring, she's compassionate, she loves the kids, and she truly is deserving of this honor. So with that, again, a special thank you to Amy Heinen, Freeman's Teacher of the Year.
I'm Amy Heinen. I'm a teacher at Freeman Elementary School. I've taught here for 25 years.
As an interventionist, I see my time with students as very important in that we are focusing on skills and strategies that support learning in the classroom. Our lessons are fast-paced and fun, but also with the focus of gaining skills and strategies that develop a strong reader.
That's a funny word. It means to really walk with lots of energy and power.
Part of our program is that our instruction, our lessons are built into what's happening in the classroom. So a lot of the success we see is that students are learning strategies that they can directly apply in the classroom. And that's really my focus as their teacher is to build lifelong readers.
It is an absolute pleasure, personally and professionally, to work and learn alongside our Teacher of the Year, Amy Heinen. What I appreciate most about Amy is her passion for education. She is a stellar role model to all of us at Freeman. She emphasizes the importance of learning, taking risks, and building positive relationships. She has the unique gift of finding just the right recipe to help young scholars find joy in learning. And as a teammate, she is always positive, encouraging, and has an unspoken way of reminding all of us we have the best job in the world. Congratulations, Amy Heinen. Freeman parents, staff, and most importantly, the students are truly blessed to work with you.
I'm going to jump to the last one. How about
Congratulations, Amy. Freeman is so fortunate to have your skill set and your extensive knowledge of teaching practices and standards. You truly see students as individual learners and meet each of them where they are. You are never complacent, instead constantly researching new strategies and teaching models. I feel doubly blessed because I had you as a teacher to my own children, and I have been your teaching partner for a number of years. It's truly an honor and a privilege to collaborate with you. Congratulations.
two STR words? The first one is,
Well, Freeman Strong to me is entering this building and feeling my commitment. I feel Freeman Strong in my heart is a strong commitment to this school, but then it also means it's the relationships that I have with these people which are strong. The little ones and the adults.
pay attention to the words. Today you're going to pay attention.
Celebrating and finding joy in the moment with kids is what a gift. That's our everyday world, is that, you know, our kids are our focus and their families, and it makes it easy to come every day and work hard.
Congratulations to Amy Heinen and Freeman Elementary School. Our next and final teacher award comes from the West Valley School District.
Welcome to West Valley High School, where this year we get to recognize Tammy Henry as our Employee of the Year. Tammy has served as counselor at West Valley High School for 25 years. She has seen over 4,000 students graduate as a senior advisor and does a multitude of other activities throughout the district to support everybody in our community here in Millwood and in the West Valley School District. So we're excited to recognize Tammy Henry and the work that she's done, and to acknowledge her for the amazing partnerships, the amazing mentorships that she has been able to address here in West Valley. And students, as you're going to see on this video, really have a lot of highlights of what Tammy has been able to do in their life. So congratulations, Tammy. Thank you for representing West Valley School District.
My name is Tammy Henry. My main job here is counselor at West Valley High School. I'm the activities coordinator. I also am the senior activities coordinator in charge of graduation and other senior activities, pageant coordinator, link crew co-advisor, lots of other things, just to have the pulse on the school. I love being involved with anything that has to do with the kids here. It's why I love to come to work every day, and I feel very, very fortunate for the last 25 years here at West Valley that I've had a chance to do the job that I love to do. I have not missed one day coming to work that I didn't absolutely love, getting up and knowing I was going to come and potentially make a difference in a student's life.
Tammy is really an innovator and makes the norm of what most people do at school just out of the question. For Tammy, it's a totally different interaction.
I think relationships is the most important thing we can have with students, especially in high school as they're transitioning on to the next steps of their life. So knowing they can always come back for guidance of any kind or just somebody to process things through with, I feel very lucky that that's something that they would like to do is still stay in contact with me. So.
I love Mrs. Henry. She has been a constant person that I can go to all 4 years of high school. She's been the person that, even when I'm all flustered and stressed out about various things like college this year, she's been the one that I approach with the vaguest of questions, and she always has an answer that really nails it on the head and just reassures me that it's all going to be okay and figure itself out.
I will miss the kids, absolutely. And probably I've really established some amazing friendships with colleagues that I've worked with over the years that I know will continue, but day to day getting up and coming and being around the kids will for sure be what I miss the most.
My name is Ryan Mulvey, principal at West Valley High School. This is my 7th year here. Had the pleasure of working with Tammy Henry for all 7 of those years. Tammy's one of those people who is a fixture around West Valley. She's a counselor, but she's a lot more than that. She's also an activities coordinator. She helps out and has taken over at the Lilac and then and the Lilac coordination. And then she's the biggest advocate for students that we have at our school. So one of the things I admire most about Tammy is she'll always push me and challenge me to try to find out what we can do, what's best for our kids. And even when sometimes I don't agree and she keeps pushing me, and more often than not, she gets her way and it's to the kids' benefit. So we're so lucky to have Tammy here, and the West Valley and Millwood community is going to really miss her when she retires. She's very deserving of this honor. Could have chosen this honor for her any of the last 20-some years that she's been here at West Valley. So we're going to miss Tammy. She's amazing. The kids have definitely benefited from being around her.
I would thank all of the staff members again that have been so supportive of me over the years. A lot of them have come and gone since then, but yeah, it's a team effort. It takes a village for sure to get these kids through high school, and so I guess that would be the message. Thank you for all the support that I've had from staff members, administration over the years to support me through my tenure here. With this year being so different, how they have stepped up and really tried to keep the relationships going with events that they have planned to try to keep the kids connected. So I'll miss that for sure. And those are, again, the memories I will probably take with me.
Congratulations to Tammy and West Valley High School, and to Tammy on her upcoming retirement. As we move forward in the program, we have one final award left today. I would like to bring Ben Small back up to the stage to introduce our next award. So Ben, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much, Lance. Each year, as the Past Citizens of the Year award recipients come together to select a nominee for the Citizen of the Year, we also consider if there are deserving individuals for the Lifetime Achievement Award. Through this award, we seek to identify a leader whose long-term active engagement in our community has had a significant impact both on their organization and on our entire valley. The Lifetime Achievement Award winner is a successful leader in their organization, industry, and community. Further, this award recognizes a true pillar who will teach future generations by example. The Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes these contributions over the entirety of a career. And this year's Lifetime Achievement Awardee is my friend, Dr. Jean Cementi. Dr. Cementi has spent his entire career in the West Valley School District. He has served as a teacher, as an assistant principal, as a principal, as an assistant superintendent, and recently retired as superintendent of the West Valley School District. But what sets Jean apart is that he has been the epitome of the community and epitome of Spokane Valley, not just the West Valley School District. I remember sitting at an event for the Hutton Settlement a couple of years ago. It was a fundraising event. And Dr. Cementi was telling a story of the connection between the West Valley School District and Hutton Settlement. I remember sitting there listening to Jean speak and was in awe of his ability to speak from his heart, to show how much he cared about the students at Hutton, to show how much he cared about their character development, their personal development, but also about how the West Valley School District had embraced a member of their community. Jean has a way of putting words together that few do, and that means he can say few words and convey deep meaning. Jean, we will certainly miss you in your role as superintendent of the West Valley School District, but your commitment to this community, your commitment to Spokane Valley, Millwood, and our Chamber of Commerce is unmatched and unparalleled in most careers. So with that, I would like to ask Jean Cementi to step to the microphone and accept this award. Excuse me, Jean, I think we're going to do a video first.
I think the thing that stands out most about Jean is that he is a guy that you can count on, whether it's working with students or trying to help support staff or pulling a community together, and he has certainly done that. He's a great friend, he's an excellent role model, and he's a fantastic leader, and that's why he is so deserving of this award.
But spending one's entire career in the same school district is rare. He's committed to this valley. His lifetime has been invested here. Somebody who not only thought about West Valley and the children in West Valley and the staff in West Valley, but the vibrancy of our community across that many years, I think just fits perfectly with lifetime achievement.
He is one of the most caring, honest, generous, and humble people I have met.
And anybody that calls him, it's like that one ring pickup. If you call Jean, he'll pick up within a ring. And it doesn't matter what he's doing, he'll take the time and really just engage in the conversation that you have and help support you through that.
And when he listens to people, people feel heard. And he is such a kind and generous person who has a great deal of empathy for people.
But one of the things that I love about Jean is that he's just so down to earth. He's just a real person. And whether you're talking to him one-on-one or you're in a big meeting or he's talking with legislators or community members, who you get is what you get from Jean.
Congratulations, Jean. Thank you for your dedication and inspiration for the many students that you have touched their educational lives with. I know you bleed orange, and just really congratulate you on the work that you've done and just the solid mentorships that you have established across our community.
All you've done and the impact you've made on West Valley School District and my life and many lives. And I was so thrilled when I heard that you were receiving this Lifetime Achievement Award, as there is no other that is deserving of this.
Congratulations, Jean. I know of nobody that is more deserving of this Lifetime Achievement Award. Your integrity, your passion for education, and your passion for Spokane Valley is unmatched. Congratulations and thank you.
And now I am pleased to introduce our 2020 Lifetime Achievement Awardee, Dr. Jean Cementi. Jean, if you can unmute your mic and say a few words, please.
Well, thanks, Ben. First of all, I'd like to thank the Chamber for this award. It's certainly very, very humbling and probably a little undeserved. Showed up every day and worked hard, I think, like most of us do. I also like to thank everybody that was involved in that video. It's very touching, and some very good friends of mine, so thank you for that. I was getting dressed this morning. I told my wife where I was going and was putting on a suit for the first time in a year. It's been a COVID year, so she said, any of those suits gonna fit? So I was happy to get into a suit for the first time in a year. That was a major accomplishment. I'd like to take just a second and congratulate all the businesses that Melanie talked about today. Certainly an honor to be nominated for these Gala Awards in any year. This year, when simply surviving was an accomplishment, a great honor to those businesses. And a thank you and congratulations to the Educators of the Year. It's a very distinct honor to be nominated to be the banner carrier for your district for an entire school year as the Educator of the Year. A lot goes into that, so congratulations to you. I hope your families celebrate you and take some time to thank you for the work that you've done. I'm sure your districts will do that. And as a West Valley guy, I'd like to just take a second to thank Tammy Henry, the West Valley Educator of the Year. I had the privilege of working with Tammy for 25 years, and I can tell you that Tammy gets more done every day before lunchtime than most of us get done in a week. And 25 years ago, I think the West Valley graduation rate was somewhere around 75%. And through a lot of hard work from Tammy and a lot of different people, Tammy's certainly at the heart of that work. Our graduation rate has climbed to the 95, 98 percentile every year. Tammy's had a great deal to do with that. And on top of that, our post-secondary attendance rate, so kids going on to trade schools and military schools, 2-year colleges, 4-year colleges, and universities, has climbed the same as graduation rate. So Tammy, well done. It's been a great career. I'm sure we'll see you around West Valley in years to come. And Barry, I'd have thought you'd have been Citizen of the Year half a dozen times by now. So congratulations to you. And I just want to echo the thanks that Lance talked about. I don't know that there would have been a Chamber of Commerce here in 2021 without your leadership a dozen or so years ago, where you stepped in with a group of leaders that you mentioned during some pretty dark times for the Chamber and salvaged the entire operation. So great job for that group led by Barry. And so congratulations to Barry. So when Lance called me last week to let me know about this award, I was more than surprised, certainly a little humble about that. So I spent 31 years in West Valley before retiring last summer. During that time, I had 8 different jobs, started as a teacher and coach at Centennial Middle School and coaching at West Valley High School, and went on to teach at West Valley High School and coach there. Back to Centennial as an assistant principal. And then the big change became an elementary principal at Orchard Center, which was a big shift. I had never worked in an elementary school before. It was a big opportunity for me. And I really got connected to that Orchard Center neighborhood, the students there, the families there, the parents there, and had the opportunity then to spend a few years there, and then followed those students to Centennial Middle School as their principal and spent their middle school years with them, and then followed them again to West Valley High School. So for a lot of those students, I was their principal for most of their elementary, middle school, and high school career. It was a real treat for me to be able to spend so many years with that group of kids, really form some bonds with them and their families that I still maintain today. By the time they were getting their high school diplomas, I was sitting on the stage with them as the assistant superintendent, watching them earn scholarships and get diplomas as they headed off to military schools or universities across the country. And then the last few years of my career, I think were probably the most rewarding as I watched those former students come back into West Valley with families of their own. They were moving back to West Valley so their own children could attend school here and experience the same value of community and family that they had as children. They wanted their own children to have those same benefits. So it was always felt like West Valley was a small town out in the Palouse somewhere where everyone was connected. We just happened to be located in a large metropolitan area. So it was a great place to live and work. Was one opportunity after another for me. The community was wonderful for me, as was the Valley. And I'm sure that, you know, the East Valley residents feel the same about East Valley, and Central Valley about Central Valley, Freeman about Freeman. But West Valley was very special to me. And people who know me have heard me say over and over again, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. And I'll be connected to this district, this community, and the Valley for the rest of my life. So thank you for the recognition. Very meaningful to me. It'll settle in with me as I watch this video that we saw earlier. I'll watch it a few more times today, hopefully with my wife tonight. Thank you very much. It means more to me than you could know. I hope you all have the opportunity to get outside this afternoon, enjoy some of the beautiful weather, soak up some sun and get some fresh air. So thank you very much and have a great weekend.
Thank you, Jean. I think a sentiment we heard throughout the filming. We were going to try and surprise you with this, but then we were worried about the suit not fitting. So we wanted to give you the heads up there. But again, I think such a cool honor when a consistent sentiment is both that you're remembered and missed, and that is certainly the case that we have as a community as you stepped away into retirement. We're grateful for Kyle stepping in and for the partnership between education and our chamber. So unique to have our 4 superintendents so involved in linking the business community with education. We're very fortunate to be in this position. And so congratulations on behalf of the chamber. Congratulations to all of our award winners today and all of our businesses' stories of resilience that we featured. It has certainly been a trying year, but we are headed for the path forward, and the horizon is looking brighter. So again, I would like to take a moment, thank our sponsors one more time. Our diamond sponsor for today's event was Modern Electric Water Company. Our sapphire sponsor, WM. Our emerald sponsor, Horizon Credit Union, and our media sponsor, Quinn. We hope you feel inspired by these stories of resilience and our award winners that were presented today. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for being involved with your chamber. We look forward to doing this in person very soon. Good news coming on the 22nd for our community. And so continue to be safe, mask up, and we'll get back in person as soon as possible. Thank you again for joining us. We are adjourned.